Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a little video to give my opinion on the stuff that's going on right now, where a Washington state senator pissed off like 3 million plus nurses when she basically inferred, well, she didn't infer it, she straight out said it. So I'm going to give the gist of it. Basically, she said that nurses, especially in rural parts of Washington, probably don't have that big of a patient load, and that even if they do, they're not that busy, so they probably spend a lot of time playing cards. That's just not possible. One of the things that irritated me about this is that there are people that are ignorant about what nurses do. We have to know about the body, the mind, the spirit, culture, socioeconomic background, religion, all this so that we can treat the patient as a whole and not just parts. That does not afford us time to play cards. At times we may have downtime. There are very, very few nurses I've ever met that sit there and sit on their butt doing nothing in the most moments of downtime. What most nurses do in those moments of downtime are they sit there and they clean, restock their supplies, plan ahead on what comes next, checks on their patients, checks on their patients' needs, passes medications, checks labs for patients, you know, that kind of thing. Checks in with family members. We have a lot we do. And so, Senator Walsh, I'm speaking to you, is that what you said is very ignorant. You said your mother was an RN. Well, just because your mother was an RN doesn't sound like you learned anything. The other thing is that you made an excuse. When you were called out on your ignorant comments, you made an excuse. You basically sat there and said that, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I was tired, so I wasn't thinking. Wow, between me, you, and 3 million plus people, it doesn't cut it. Because if a nurse said that, that wouldn't change anything. Nurses in this country work 8, 12, 16, some days almost 24 hours, depending on what's going on. And yeah, we need our breaks. We need our lunches where we can't be called or interrupted. Because, I mean, kind of that's a federal law, right? And Washington trying to pass the law where nurses there can't be mandatory overtimes and those types of things. That's a really good step forward. But, Senator Walsh, your response after being called out is lackluster and an excuse. Simply put, just an excuse. That new bill in Washington is a good start. But what we really need to do is have laws in regards to staffing ratios. So CNAs and nurses don't have over X number of patients per shift. Period. There's no bending that. When you give too much or you require too much, the care goes down. People that are administrators, it'd be better if the majority of them came from being nurses, because then they would know where the nurses come from. And every once in a while, it's nice to hear a thank you. I'm not saying from patients, I'm not saying from patients' families, but administrators, from senators, But that's not what we get. That's not what you gave us. And it's kind of sad and pathetic, really. Anyway, it's important for you to know that, and you're probably not going to watch this, and you're probably not going to go, oh my gosh, I need to change my ways and change my thinking. No, that's not likely going to happen. But I had to say my piece. And almost every single nurse I know that is either a friend of mine or I know in passing or I've worked with or anything like that would have similar feelings as I do. And the thing is that we all got to do better. And you need to start. The smartest thing you could do right now is to shut up, open your ears and listen. Maybe even reach out to some nurses and say, hey, can I shadow you? And hey, can you tell me exactly how I'm wrong? Because I'm going to tell you, they will tell you. So anyway, everyone, have a great one. And I just had to say my piece. Take care.